Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. It's Jason Spangler with Wagner Meters, and I'm here today to give you a few answers to some of those questions that we seem to get on a consistent basis. So the first question is, how does moisture develop underneath a hardwood floor? So if we're talking about a wood subfloor, there's a few different options. I'll give you some of the big ones. The first one is the lack of proper ventilation around the perimeter of the house, so you don't have enough area for the moisture that is underneath the house to escape. You could also have a situation where there's not enough cross ventilation for that air to get out of the house, so it just stays stagnant underneath the house. And the second, or the last thing would be, big thing would be no vapor retarder across the dirt that's underneath the house. And so with all of those, what that allows to happen is it allows moisture or a dampness to stay in that crawl space and ultimately come in contact with the wood subfloor, and the moisture will then gravitate from the bottom of the floor to the top of the floor, and it will develop an issue where there's more moisture on the top of the subfloor, which comes into contact with the wood floor that's installed. So in a situation like that, you're going to see a cupping situation because the moisture gradient will be less moisture on the top, more moisture on the bottom, because the moisture has come through the subfloor from the crawl space and caused those issues. Second question is, what happens if you don't acclimate hardwood flooring? Well, if you think about it from a situation of acclimation, trying to make sure that the wood that you're going to install has had time to equalize with the environment that it's going to be installed in. So if you bring, for instance, a hardwood floor from an environment that was, say, 13% moisture content, say a warehouse that didn't have air conditioning or any kind of heating, or depending on what situation is, but a high moisture content, and you bring it into a home where the relative humidity and the temperature are such that if the wood is left there long enough, it would be, say, 9%. Well, if you don't allow that wood to sit in that environment and release moisture into the air and become accustomed to that environment, you'll find that installing a wood that has a high moisture content into an environment where you have low moisture content, you're going to have issues with that wood shrinking up after installation. So you're going to notice that there will be gaps, and there will be different situations like that where the performance of the wood will definitely be compromised. And the last question is tigerwood a hardwood? So the easiest way to say that is really by a definition. And tigerwood can be called Brazilian koa, African walnut. A lot of these types of wood you'll find will have multiple different names to them. But to answer the question, tigerwood is an exotic Brazilian hardwood. So yes, by the truest definition, it is a hardwood. Now the cool thing, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion, is that with the tigerwood, it has some very distinct dark veining in the wood itself, and it's known for its deep orange reddish types of colors that it's pronounced with. So you'll see it in decking, you'll see it in flooring, definitely in applications where visual aesthetics are very important. So there's those three questions. There's always going to be more, and I'm sure you'll see more videos where we'll answer those questions. But until then, I hope everybody has a great day.